go live. My computer is back there offloading a bunch from the hard drive and still running maintenance. So I apologize, guys. I haven't done a mobile stream in a long time. You was doing a lot on exploring with CF. Did them from location. Sorry about that. But I'm sitting here on the couch. My computer is going to be another hour and a half. Yeah, I haven't run maintenance in a while. Haven't offloaded my drives. I got it offloading a bunch of videos also into my external drives. So I apologize, guys. Hell, for all I know, nobody will even get notifications on this. But yeah, now you can see the other side of my room too, down here, the lion's den. Yes, it's my basement, lefties, not my mommy's. Apologize, my lungs are a little gunky tonight. I am mostly over COVID. I do have what they call long COVID. I'm going to have symptoms for up to a year of I do get tired, and it's weird. I go from, yeah, my normal go to just, I gotta sleep. I've never slept this much in my life. I'm usually a 4 to 5 hour a night sleeper. Now I'm sleeping close to 7. Well, 6 at night, but I need 2 hours during the day. It's like, holy crap, it's nuts for me. Sometimes 3 hours during the day. I did lose about 15 pounds, but I am back on. I'm trying. I really am. But I'll tell you what, being sick for a month, yeah, that put me behind on so much, so I apologize. I will try to utilize, as many of you guys reminded me in the past, utilize your cell phone. I've been trying to do shorts. I'll try to do mobile streams from the garage, walking the dogs, whatever. I apologize. Yeah. I don't know where the chat is on this thing now, so oh boy. Used to pop up. There's Study Boy Paul. What's up? Okay. Sorry, YouTube's. I have not done a mobile live in a long time. But yeah, so I thought I'd stop in. And I am going to touch on and talk about a couple things that happened. First, let's start with the SCOTUS ruling. For those outside of the country, SCOTUS is the Supreme Court of the United States. Well, today they ruled that the Trump tariffs were illegal or unconstitutional, and he had no right to do it, which is weird. Because for any of you that saw the actual ruling and looked at what was written about it, they said he can't regulate and add these tariffs. But they did say Trump could actually cut off trade to certain countries. And he can make most favored nation status to some countries, to countries. So he can go, you're my favorite, we'll give you special treatment. We will cut you off, but he can't regulate in the middle. Totally stupid. Now, my opinion is that this screws America and the middle class in general, even the poor. I don't know how to word it. Lower, I don't know. I consider myself low middle class. But, I don't know. I think it screws us. Except it does look like Trump has a backup. The tariffs are all still in place because he used a 1974 law that they were ready for this. You got to give Trump credit, and some of his people, not Spamela Blondie, but they were ready for this and already had it set up through legal and everything to keep the tariffs in place through now 1974 laws. So for the lefties to go after it again, they're going to go back through the Supreme Court, everything else, at the very least another year probably. And from what little I've read on this, that one he'd probably win. I don't know. Jim Patterson, what's up? Hey, man, I'm feeling a little better. Paul, yeah, okay, was on the news there too. Okay. Angelita, wow, Star Wars fan, dude, good name. By the way, I'm gonna start off controversial right away. There are only 6 Star Wars movies. Maybe 7 if you could include Rogue One. Other than that, that's it. Welcomes. Sail. Oh, I'm not trying to say that one. Sorry, Sail. I don't know how to say that one. 1403. How you doing tonight, Jim? Angelita Atmos. Ooh, is that like Dolby Atmos? When you don't know who pays for tariffs. Well, I do know who pays for tariffs. And I hate to tell you this. Okay, so everybody that says you don't know who pays for tariffs, this is my opinion, is semi-ignorant. Sorry. I'm not picking on you. Ignorant is not the insult a lot of people seem to think it is. Ignorant just means you don't know, guys. I will say you're partially right. Sometimes the consumer does pay for tariffs. But what is your idea to fix it? When every other country, the European Union, China, UK, you name it, are out there screwing America. When it's okay for them to enact tariffs. They can tariff our goods, let's say at 25%, but we're only supposed to tariff them at 5%. What is your way to fix that? We've tried negotiating with them. Trump even tried negotiating nicely, and they said F off. The reason a lot of these countries in the world have all these, oh, we have national health care for everybody, and we have this, and people get 3 months a year off, is because we support them. They don't have to pay their military. They've been paying into NATO. They've been paying into UN like they're supposed to. We cover their butts. Why should we pay for all that and still let them screw us on trade deals? I'm sorry, but sooner or later, yes, the American public, and I'm blaming the voters, guys, Democrat, Republican alike. I'm blaming the voters. It's probably a little more than the libertarians too. We've let this go on so long. There is zero way of fixing this without pain. None. There's going to be pain, guys. And a little bit on the consumer now is a lot better than what it's going to be, where we keep going till we're so far in debt that we can't even pay our interest on our debt until our economy goes right up to the edge and just collapses. What these tariffs are doing is bringing in money, bringing in jobs, getting people to say, hey, I'm going to build factories there to avoid these tariffs. Yeah, it's not instant. We are going to see some pain for a little bit. But honestly, gas prices are lower than they were during the whole Biden administration. Heating and cooling costs are lower. Those are big. Some grocery costs have come down, not enough. Housing prices suck. Interest rates for housing has come down. Am I giving Trump an A? No. Anybody who's watched me knows I do not just kiss Trump's ass, even though this hat says 2020. I will say, from my opinion, what he does bad. I think with immigration right now, he's doing bad. But investments from other countries coming here to build factories has not tanked. That is a load of BS. What's tanked is certain industries. But when you got industries that like to ship things in, import into our country, giving $1 billion, I got signing contracts for $1 billion factories to be built here. When we're forcing some stuff from we would get or manufacture in Canada or Mexico to come back here, that's good for us. So, Atmos, you and I are going to disagree. I will not say the tariffs are wholly bad. Do I think they're epic? No. Do I think they're going to be pain? Yes. But there is zero way to fix this. I'm going to keep asking. You can keep throwing numbers. Let me ask you a quick question, and I'm not picking on you, bud, honestly. In fact, I like that you're engaging. Let me ask you a quick question. How do you fix it? What do you do? We've wagged our finger and we've said naughty, naughty for decades now to these other countries who are screwing us. Canada screws us regularly. Look at what they tariff on us and how much. Why are we supporting these other countries? So Atmos, you can throw numbers all day, but how do you think we're going to fix this? Do you think we just wag our finger harder? Do you think we go, oh, but let's have yet another 30 years of talks and maybe the European Union, maybe Canada will go, okay, we'll do fair trade with you. The very craziness is the fact that, once again, I said this months ago and so many others, the fact that many countries are mad about fair trade. Fair. That's it. And Trump isn't even true fair trade. If you go look it up, if a country is tariffing us 25%, all he does is tariff them 20. He's still willing to give them an advantage, but he's reducing the advantage. The fact they're mad that they can't keep a 10-to-1 advantage on us is all you need to know. That's unfair. And SCOTUS just looked at every lower, under middle class, blue collar worker, which I am. My family's blue collar. My parents worked at Case, International Harvester, and Roadway Express. Yep, I am a lifelong mechanic. I am blue collar. And it is screwing a lot of blue collar people. It's telling people who want to work in factories, screw you. That was the backbone of America and still can be. AI is not taking all those jobs. Sure ain't taking mine. All right, so. Yeah, well, he can change his mind. Just because you set up a trade deal that seems good then, the very fact that people get mad at Trump for changing his mind is, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, we are always so angry our government doesn't do enough. And anybody I haven't said hi to, Kalis? Ooh, that's very close to a Star Trek Klingon. Ooh, very nice. But if I haven't said hi to anybody, I'm sorry. Atmos is giving me a lot to go. Wow, there you a couple of you. George, how's it going? I'm not trying to ignore you guys. Do me a favor, hit thumbs up. You've never been here before. I used to do a lot more live streams, but I got sick with panda flu and got way behind. But I am trying to, my computer in the background is doing a bunch of maintenance and stuff. That's why I'm not on the setup that you can see behind me. But it bothers me when people get mad at somebody for changing their mind, going, well, you said this was a good deal. You know what? Things change. Maybe the economy's changed. Maybe Trump learned something. I have no problem with somebody changing their mind. I have. In fact, Jim Patterson there can tell you, if Jay Watterson was here, oh man, he would throw a flip-flop at me sometimes. I have changed my opinion on a lot of things. In fact, Jim Patterson and I will probably disagree if we talk about Israel. He is a much more staunch supporter. I personally, if I had to choose a winner between Israel and Hamas, Israel and Palestine, I'm choosing Israel. But do I think America should be involved? No. So Atmos, I do not like when people get mad at somebody for changing their mind. In fact, I think that's a sign of strength a lot of times, because somebody that does not change their mind, is rigid, is one of the biggest problems with our government. Where a politician takes a stand, and it doesn't matter what you show them, they will not change. They won't change policy, won't change mind, won't do nothing. So I think that's a problem. You say his name, and there he is with the flip-flop. Jay Watterson, what is up, buddy? Jim Patterson, a deal is not a contract. That is true. But Atmos is not totally wrong. I just don't like that it's not. We don't get mad at somebody changing their mind. You don't get mad at that. What if Trump's advisors have come up and said, okay, we didn't do the best? Or what if Trump looked at his advisors and said, no, or things have changed? I like somebody that can think on the fly and change their mind. So that's it. Oh, I didn't say you were mad, Atmos. If anybody's mad here, that's my dumbass. I'm a doofus. I have no problem admitting that. I don't think you're mad. If I said you're mad, well, I'm not good with English. I went to public school. Sorry. So my lungs are still a little gunky. It's funny how he talks. I don't mind how he talks. In fact, Trump, I I think Trump, and there's other politicians like him, but very few. In fact, I think Trump started it. Trump talks closer to what average Americans talk. If you ask Trump a question, you may or may not like the answer, but you'll get an answer most of the time that you understand. You ask a politician an answer, a question, they will talk for 15, 20 minutes, and you probably afterwards be going, wait a minute, I didn't get an answer, or I didn't understand. What the hell did that have to do with anything? So I'm not upset with the way he talks. I don't mind somebody talking like us. I'm sorry, guys. Israel's kind of sus. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy crap. Jay Watterson, I need you to throw a couple of those flip-flops at Jim Patterson. Holy crap. Sorry, guys. Oof. I thought my throat was ready for this, too. Holy crap. I don't even know you anymore, Jim. I will say this. I watched Piers Morgan the other day. Or I watched it this morning, I think. Go check it out. Cenk Uygur was on there. Anybody that knows Cenk Uygur knows what happened. It was automatically, it's the Jews. Cenk Uygur and I will go and nail on Israel and the Jews when I think I need to, or when they're doing something scurvy. But Cenk Uygur gets up in the morning, stubs his toe on the table and goes, it's the Jews. Cenk Uygur says the Jews own all of social media and tell all governments what to do, which is amazing, because if that was true, why would all the anti-Israel propaganda still exist? They would have shut it down, letting people attack them and take them out. If they control America, they would have told America to just Moab these people. So stop. But Cenk Uygur was, the Jews, the Jews. I will call out the Israelis and the Jews for stupid crap. Usually Ben Shapiro. Oh my gosh. But Jesus. Cenk Uygur's whole shtick, the whole show was the Jews. Those type of people drive me nuts. But Jim Patterson, holy crap. Not throwing anything at Jim Patterson when he's right. Oof. Oof. Good call. Now, let me ask Jim. Mr. Patterson, buddy, I've known you a long time. What is it about the Jews that have you saying things have been a little sus lately? Larson Christopher, how's it going? Toe stub. I'm just saying, if you know who Cenk Uygur is, he is almost a one-trick pony. He is the Jews. It is insanity. He is a Turk, after all. You have, Larson, very nice. Yes. Young Turks. A lot of people don't know the history of the Turks. Yes. So, yeah, you're right. Sometimes I forget that myself. Don't remember the history. So, Jim, what is it that has got you saying they're sus lately? I know we've wandered a little off the SCOTUS ruling, but I still think it was bad. And as we were discussing a little bit ago, Atmos does not seem to like the tariffs. I think the tariffs in short term do cause us a little pain, but you got to look long term, guys. When these factories get open, jobs get to here. Sorry, still got that running. I think it'll do us good, and we have to look at long term. We can't just look at, I need my short term. I need everything perfect every second. That's never going to work. He has been unhinged for over 10 years. Yeah. Anybody's ever seen me, I could get really worked up. Salty Cracker can get really worked up. Cenk Uygur, his cardiologist has got to be like, dude, you are 1 second from an artery in your brain bursting. He goes knucking futs. He is goofy. Tariffs are the only thing bringing new money into America. I agree. And Atmos may disagree, but I'm not one of those people that thinks you got to come here and agree with me. I mean, hell, I've learned stuff from hell, Jim Patterson over the years. I've learned from Jay Watterson posts me some stuff. Jay Watterson, I gotta give you credit. Yeah, Nick Fuentes is not the Ooga Booga demon a lot of people say he is. So yeah, I learn. Once again, you can change your mind, folks. Do I think I'm right? A lot more? Yeah. But I agree with you, Larson. Tariffs are the only thing bringing new money to America. And our economy is in bigger trouble than a lot of people know. The Biden administration, not Biden, the people that ran him had 4 years almost totally unfettered to screw us into the ground. And here's a simple analogy for you. I've used this before. You have a building. How long does it take to tear that building down? Seconds. When they want a demolition of a building, implosion, done, gone, building down. Now, how long does it take to build that very same building? Months or years. So the 4 years the Biden handlers had to tear America down, getting on Trump after a year going, how dare he not fix everything? Little much. Much harder to build, especially since Biden had free reign, do whatever he wanted. Laws didn't matter. Regulations didn't matter. Nothing. Just we get to do it. Now, Trump, even his own party fights him. The Una Party. So yeah, it's a much bigger deal. It's much harder. I don't give Trump an A+, folks. Yes, I'm wearing this hat. But I'm a pragmatist. I give him about a B. Not a B+. Maybe a B+, but B. Maybe B+ if I consider how much he's having to fight for every single millimeter of anything to do to help us. But I think SCOTUS didn't help. And Larson, Christopher, I'm going to go back to you again. I agree. It is the only thing bringing new money to America. And also it's stemming the amount of money going out where we are paying other countries. Our companies are paying other countries big money to get stuff in there. So yeah. Robin Harvick? Stupid hat. Could be. Thank you. That's your opinion. I have an MSNBC hat back there my uncle left me when he died. I can wear that if it's undercover for you, if that helps you. You're not even MSNBC anymore. But if that's all you got coming in stupid hat. I mean, Atmos comes in, we don't agree. Atmos has actual reasons why they disagree with me. But just coming in stupid hat, come on. That's dumber than me. At least come in with something. You know, that's like the level of, ooh, Orange Man bad. Admiral Skittles. This guy touches turtles for sure. Rub them on his shitty beard. That's shitty? Wow. Dang. Okay. So we have the dumb ones coming in. Okay. All right. That's all they got. And by the way, everybody, that's the average left. Leftists that come in want to discuss, disagree. Centrists, doesn't matter. But when they come in and that's all they can do is insult, well, they've already lost the conversation. Because everybody knows they're not bringing anything. But the Dow is at 50,000. Jay Watterson, you know you won't get me on that, and you know better. And by the way, the Dow, whatever. The stock market, whatever. Because when some people are up, some are down. It depends what you're invested in. And I'm not going to defend and say, oh, the stock market is the sole thing. See, that's where I confuse people. I am not a conservative. I don't go with either party. I go with a person. But in Illinois, I can't go with a Democrat because they're asses. Yes, I'm stuck in Illinois. Sorry, guys. I really can't get rid of that itch. There's no discussion with the person wearing that hat. And there you go. shows you exactly how stupid somebody like you is. Because I'm here to talk. All you can do is insult. I discuss with people who disagree all the time. You can't do it because you're too retarded. It's a hat. Oh my God. You're probably one of those people who uses the phrase, my truth. Whatever. You want to be insulting? See, I can do it too. But that got us nowhere. You can talk. You can't? Just sit there and insult, do whatever. All it does is give me engagement. Okay, cool. Never passed a standard test. Okay. Still. See, Lars and Christopher came in. Oh. But no, I personally think SCOTUS has messed up there, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Now, let's talk about this. Maybe this will get a little more than stupid hat from a couple people. Iran. What do you think? Do you think we will go to war with Iran? I am unsure. I am even, God, I hate to play Tim Pool. God, I hate to go and look at Tim, go, hey, there's a room on that fence for me too. I'm not sure we're going to. And I'm not totally sure we shouldn't. I know some people, but you thought you Trumpers didn't like war. There are cases for it. Do I think we should be involved in Ukraine? Nope. Let Europe handle their own crap in their own backyard for once. Let Israel fix its own crap. But I do say some people have an argument on going to dig out the Iranian regime just because of all the worldwide terrorism they fund. If you nip Iran in the bud, it would take a lot of pressure off us. If other countries screaming at us, do something. A lot of pressure off the UN. Maybe make that part of the world a little more peaceful, so less worries. Will it work out that way? I don't know. Hell, I'm trying to be an optimist here. I'm not even sure we should be doing it, but, I think I don't care what distraction are out, still not moving on from what. You can talk about Epstein. I don't care. Only crazies are awake at 2:30 a.m. Your beard needs a trim. Does it? That is trimmed. That's not that long, dude. That's very short. That's as good as it gets. You can talk about Epstein, but I don't think Epstein's the most important thing right now. And I know, to Jay Watterson, I know, buddy, Epstein is the ipso facto. There is nothing above O to you, no matter what. I am happier that we've gotten more out. I do think it's funny that the Democrats were pushing so hard for it, and it seems to be screwing them more. I do have a problem with people going, oh, Ro Khanna and Massey are so amazing. No, they're not. Where was Ro Khanna and Massey the last 4 years? There was not a peep from either of these people, either of them, about Epstein. Where was Massey and Ro Khanna standing up there screeching and screaming about it? Now they found themselves a way to make themselves both a name, to get big in the media, to get that re-election campaign going. So when people want to idolize Massey and Khanna, don't do that. Don't do it. They're not doing this just, out of the goodness of their hearts. And Massey included. I'm sorry. He's not. Where was he last 4 years? He's had years. He's had years to be talking about Epstein. They didn't give a rat's ass until Trump. And whether or not I do not think Trump has handled it. Okay, Spamela Blondie has handled this well. But I will say, how many pages of Epstein files did we get under the Biden administration? Let's see, 0. Man, whether or not you like what we got under Trump, man, I really did not know that was going to itch like that. Whether or not you like what we've gotten under Trump, we've gotten more than the last 4 years. And there's going to be more coming. They've already told us there's at least another, I think the next batch is going to be another 2 to 3 million pages. Woof. Am I happy with it? No. And hey, let me ask you a question. What do you guys think? Since me and Jay Watterson disagree on this a good amount, what is it you think will make me happy with the Epstein files? What do you think my end goal is, or what I want to see out of all this to make me semi-happy? So that's just it. It's not everything, but I'm not going to let it go. No, I'm not asking. I have never asked you to let it go. I've had disagreements with you on what level in this country's worries I think it is. I've never asked you to let it go. Dig in. Hold on to that thing. I don't care, man. Tiger's Revenge by Claude Balls. Dig them nails in. I don't care. Uh-oh. Message held for review. Uh-oh. I can't see it. It won't let me pull it up to review it. So I don't know what that was. One for Massey's legislation wouldn't have gotten anything. Yeah, but where was Massey the last 4 years? Massey didn't give a rat's ass until it was Trump. And I actually kind of like Massey. My problem with Massey is a lot of times when he ends up doing shit, it just ends up helping the Democrats or screwing America. 35. Boy, I did not expect this. 35 to 40% of the time, what Massey does is amazing. In fact, that 35 to 40%, what he does is probably better than most people in Congress. And I actually think that 35 to 40% of amazingness he does outweighs the other up to 60% of crap he does. But I'm not going to give... Jay Waters said, you don't like to give people a pass. But where was Massey, this amazing, screeching, screaming, fighting man over the Epstein files last 4 years? Like I said, I smell shite. I definitely smell shite. Massey is not, immune to the let's get a re-election or make myself a little more powerful here. Not having to press 1 for English. That's nice. I wish. No, I personally, and Jay Waterson's I know he's gonna smirk, but he probably won't throw a flip at me for this. My happy Zen moments out of the Epstein files is when we see flipping arrests. And as a Trump supporter, my biggest, it's in my top 2. My biggest complaints about this are no mother effing arrests. Tim Walz should be in prison right now. There's more than enough evidence on Tim Walz and half of the Minnesota government. And I'm not partisan on that. I don't give a rat's ass who you are. If you were involved, you should be in prison. Prison. And where are all the Somali arrests? And I'm going to say something here that's going to get some of you people out there. You're not going to like, well, some of you may like this or not. I don't think the Somalis as dirty, not dirty as in rolled around in dirt or didn't take a shower, as good as scammers as these Somalis are. I'm not fully blaming them because I think the Somalis were the bagmen. They were the launderers because the Somalis are millionaires out of this. And we know they were taking millions out through the airport that nobody seemed to think was weird over to Europe and Somalia. Problem is, billions were stolen. Billions and billions. $19 billion is what is estimated. Proven at least 10 billion. Okay, so the Somalis have millions. Where are the billions? The Democrat Party, or not just Democrats, a lot of the government officials in Minnesota, it's time to do a major rectal audit on them. Every one of them. But personally, I will say it's probably the Democrat Party. That is laundered money they used. There's no way Tim Walz and the lady in charge, if they were doing their job, didn't see Leering Center, things taped up, closed off, 7 daycares in one little building with no kids. So BS. Massey was screaming about amending a national debt. Yeah, and I think Massey is amazing at that. But Massey also does stupid shite. And where was he on Epstein? Epstein, he acts like Epstein is his lifelong thing. Like, oh my God, this is the thing. He's so angry about it. Even for him, he's actually angry about it. Well, where was he for 4 years? Thumb and ass. Where was Ro Khanna? I'm giving Ro Khanna an even more less honest, or even more dishonest on this. Ro Khanna's a Democrat. If they wanted the Epstein files, where was Ro Khanna when he had power? Nowhere to be seen. Maybe I just trust even less than Jay Watterson. I think a lot of them are uniparty. That's why I think a lot of times when Trump tries to do something that is good for us, it doesn't ever happens, just because he's fighting the uniparty. Why do you think right now? I know we wandered off the Iranian thing. Here, let me ask. Iran. Do you think we're going to go to war in Iran in the next couple weeks? I don't know. I'm saying 60% chance we will. 40% chance Trump is just trying to make them starfish pucker up and come to the table. What do you think? And that's for you guys that think I'm a dude wearing a dumb hat. I don't care. I'm asking your opinion. Because I'm not like you. I won't look at you wearing a Biden hat, a Kamala hat, or whatever. Or I love Democrats. Nobody's illegal on stolen land. Boy, it worked out good for Billie Eilish. I can still talk and ask you a question and see what your opinion is. In fact, you can't do the same, says a lot. I'm asking any of you. Do you think we will go to war in Iran? And I do not know what my delay is on my mobile. So what do you think? Yep, the uniparty is a huge problem, 100%. I think the uniparty is the biggest problem. I personally have been using a phrase, political theater, before it became kind of more mainstream. In fact, my wife used to hate that. Then she started going, hey, I'm starting to hear, Not tooting my horn, but I've been using it forever. I think a lot of what they do for us is theater. They can pass a resolution to talk about the birthday of the peep, the marshmallow peep, look that up, on the floor of the House, but not stuff you and I want. But Iran, I'm still waiting. I don't see any comments, but what do you think on Iran? Jay Waters, I'm really, really wondering what you think. And I've gotten your messages, man. I appreciate some of you guys checking on me while I was ill. I do. Gas Blast, thank you. That's nice. Sorry. Nice. Welcome. All right. Iran is a problem, but now here is one of the biggest things you look at right now for political theater. The voting ID. I don't want anybody to tell me, ooh, but it's passed. No, it hasn't. I saw people, last week, celebrating their butts off. Voter ID is passed. Oh, voter ID. No. It passed the House, which is where the political theater starts. The political theater is, the House will pass something, anything, because they know it won't go anywhere. They can make it look like, see, we tried. Then it goes to the Senate and dies. Because they always got the one or two, the rhinos, when it's for the Republicans, and there's always one or two Democrats. Take a look at this. One or two Democrats, they always have a certain number of each, who will just turn against whatever bill. If it's a Republican bill or it's a Democrat bill, there's always just enough of that side to go, nope. When it's something for you and me. And right now, the biggest thing above Epstein is the voter ID. We need those voter laws. And the very fact that we have now got polling, this is even CNN's polling, 76% of Black Americans want voter ID. In the mid-upper 70s of Democrats want voter ID. It's mid-upper 80s for Republicans. For America in general, across all Americans, is between 81 and 85% want voter ID. Yet, is it passed? You would think when you have 80%, and I'm even going to go low, I'll be conservative. 80% of all Americans across the board want voter ID. You would think the government, our government that works for us, the House and Senate would go, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. We're going to pass that. Instead, nope. Oh, the House has passed it finally after shoving it up their butt for the last year. And they pass it because they know it's going to go to the Senate and die. You're going to have asshats like McConnell. I'm not putting this all on Democrats. I'm more blaming the rhinos. Murkowski. They're going to shit can this. You watch. They are going to get it, and it's going to miss by 1 or 2 votes. And Republicans, CANT''S, are going to say, or just S, are going to say, we tried. Theater. And the Democrats go, well, didn't make it. Political theater, folks. We have something Democrat, Republican alike come together. Look at what what's going on in America. How many things can you find where polling shows 80 to 85% of all Americans agree? We want this. We want this. How many things can you find like that? I can't think of any besides voter ID. Well, lower taxes. Well, some people are stupid. They don't care about taxes. Like half the voters in Illinois where I live. But 80 to 85% of America is telling our employees we want this, and our employees are going, oh, maybe we might get to it. Hey, looky, we threw you a bone. The House voted for it. And then it's going to go to the Senate and croak. I really think so. I think we're going to have Murkowski or somebody go, nope, just won't be enough. If it passes, I'm going to be shocked. I am going to be shocked. I may have to buy an actual pair of Crocs and throw them at the screen. But I don't think it's going to. I think there's going to be political theater. Jay Waters, I hope we don't go to a war in Iran. Boots on the ground will be bad. Could lead to World War III. Now, hey, Jay Watterson, let me ask you, what about no boots on the ground? What about no boots on the ground? I don't think Trump will put boots on the ground if he goes in. I think he is going to try. Sorry, guys. I think he is going to try to use some of our high-tech weaponry and missile systems and stuff from a distance. Take out power grids, stuff like that. So many antennas. I really hope he doesn't do boots on the ground. That puts me at 75% against anything in Iran. No boots on the ground, but using air power, surgical strikes, some of our crazy high-tech weaponry that we've got, that I'm okay with. Okay, more okay. Hey, Sog, how's it going, buddy? I've been watching, Tommy Robinson was on Timcast IRL tonight, bud. So you might want to, I know a lot of people don't like Timcast, but go check out tonight's Timcast IRL, Sog, and see what you think. And really, email me or text me. You got my messenger. You and I are on Facebook connected. Let me know what you thought about Robinson on IRL. I thought he really did good. He's really, I don't know, man. I think maybe your country has woke up, buddy. I really do. I really do. Verit Lasat, sorry. Ron Lowery's son. I don't know who that is, but I'll take it as a, I don't know. Insults don't bother me. This is that wrong guy that lip syncs everything's son. I don't know what that, okay. Ron guy. Okay. It's weird how I get centrists and conservatives in here that will talk, but rarely do I get leftists. I'm not saying you're a leftist. I don't know you yet. I'm talking about the other ones from before. Just coming in and insult. Can't talk. Of course, I got conservative people I know that think because I wear this that I'm on their side. Oh, I can argue with them all day. I am not a conservative. I think Ronald Reagan should have been in prison. That's just me. Hi. They think Ronald Reagan is Jesus. I think he should be in prison. I think, here I can piss some people off. I think Bill Clinton was almost as good as a president as Ronald Reagan. As good a person? Probably not. President? Maybe. Tommy Robinson, Prime Minister. Yeah, Sog, who's the new guy? The videos are all over. Oh, come on. I can't remember I've seen his videos. My wife loves it. My wife she's not political, and she is pulling for the UK. She's like, yes, come on. A lot of people in America want the UK to wake up, and then we want to borrow that dude. That dude is like Trump, but with real action. Trump talks a bigger game than he does. We needed Trump to be an Abraham Lincoln, and like Tim Pool says, he's become a Buchanan. We needed somebody to actually come in and do even a tenth of the stuff, or be a tenth of the evil man the left thinks he is. Rupert Lowe, yes. Yeah, dude. Dude, he is. Blah. Hey, Jax. There you go, Jay Watterson. There's Jaxie. The only thing good about being on mobile is you guys can see the rest of my insane den. And yes, those are originals from Showcase. Those are originals from Showcase Cinemas in Milan, Illinois. They're all Paramount and numbered. The manager gave them to me a long time ago. But yeah, this is what you guys can't see when I'm on my normal computer. Big speakers and big subs. That's running. Everybody knows my name, so I don't care. Been on YouTube for over 12 years. Yep, this is it. There's dog food waiting for one of the dogs and Jax. But yeah, that's the den down here. Rupert Lowe, yes, that guy. My wife saw one of his videos I was watching, and she was like, "Wow!" And then I showed her a couple others, and dude, we are pulling for you. Between him and Robinson, man, we are pulling for you guys. Because when you are done with Rupert Lowe, we need him. In fact, I would be happy to change the Constitution so Rupert Lowe can become president. Screw Vance, screw Rubio. We need Rupert Lowe. Because I think Rupert Lowe may act. If he had the power to act, I think he would act where Trump is being, I know leftists may disagree with me, Trump is being a limp noodle. I texted Jackson, come down, he's ready to show you his claws. He is armed. Oh, he's posing. What the heck is that? Don't you look at me like that. Sorry, yeah, Jax has been, he's been on, 3 of the channels I've had. He was on Exploring a CF a lot. Which is weird. That channel is growing, and the only thing I've done there is one little short. That channel's growing. Good grief. Yeah. Hey, Jax can't hit F11 now. If actually you guys are going to go with me, so I got to walk back here, make sure my computer's still doing what it's supposed to be doing. So, it is. Okay, so that's down. Okay, that's done running, but I got... Okay, I'm trying to free up space, too. I got all the maintenance running, and I'm freeing up space in the drives. So, let me see how low that is. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's better. Okay. All right, let that run, then. Good enough. All right, so... I haven't asked. I did talk to Bunny, though. I'm glad she's still having some issues, but she's commented a few times. We've conversed a little bit. She's at... Hi. What are you doing? Oh, dude, come on. But as Bunny would said, please hit thumbs up. I'm sorry, guys. I am trying to get back on more. And as some of you have said, I am going to try to use the mobile a little more because easier to fit it in. So... I think the voting rights, I know Jay Waters may disagree with me. I think getting voter ID, sorry, not voter rights. I think voter ID and the other voter laws, election laws, is a bigger deal than Epstein. And I'm not saying I want anybody to get away with Epstein. I want arrests. So, last thing, well, no, maybe not the last thing. I want to touch on real quick. I wonder what my battery is on this thing. Okay, I'm good. Didn't even check, right? Come on. I was just so ticked off that thing had to run all of its stuff. I'm like, bull, I'm coming on. What do you guys think? Okay, I don't want to, this is more tabloid. Oh, okay. I have a question related to your other channel. Do you have a preferred headlamp for exploring? No, I used it's upstairs. I have an LED light panel that I hooked a little bitty tripod to for a handle. And it has, you can put rechargeable batteries in it. That's what I use for exploring. I carried a couple of, well, actually a couple of these. Rechargeable, waterproof. It's a mechanic shop light, stream light. I'd carry 2 of these. And my big light panel, LED light panel unit that would take rechargeable batteries, and I just put the rechargeable batteries in and carry like 3 or 4 of those with me. That's what I used. If you ever see any of my exploring videos, hey, I'm not asking anybody to go check out Exploring a CF or anything, but if you do, let me know what you think. I did that for a long time. I did urban exploring for over 30 years. I'm not tooting my horn. But the community changed. I still have, in that computer back there, and a couple drives I have down below, I have 35 places left that I never even posted, or edited out or posted. But no, I've, light bars, handheld lights are great, but sometimes you need to go hands-free. Yeah, I have a headband unit that my mother-in-law got me. And it's got a big, bright LED strip across there. It's like some off-brand name, but it's really good. Got a huge wide LED strip right here and a little bitty like spotlight on the side. I don't know the brand. It's some off-brand. I'll have to look it up and let you know, Jay Watterson. I'll try to look it up and message you later. But yeah, it's really kind of cool. It's bright as heck. But yeah, my mother-in-law, we don't agree politically, but she really is. She's a gift giver from hell. She finds little things she knows that I'll just like, ooh. Now I lost track. You derailed me. Oh, this is going to be kind of a, I don't know, since I can't pull up too much. What do you guys think of the Nancy Guthrie thing? I know a lot of people are going, I've even seen people on other channels on their chat go, oh, come on. I'm just curious. What do you think? What do you think of the Nancy Guthrie thing? And if you're ever thinking about urban exploring, guys, I know why I'm waiting for your answers. Nancy Guthrie, family, some weirdo. God help me. I hope it's no Trump supporter because, God, they will get more mileage out of that than they have J6. But if you're ever going to think about urban exploring, just remember, you leave nothing but footprints and you disturb nothing. You are there to document. Don't break in, don't steal. And if you can, do some research and even find out if you can get the owner. I used to have these sheets I could show an owner that I would sign and say there's no liability. I had liability waivers. I actually uploaded those and sent email to some people on my Exploring a CF back in the day. But we actually got a lot of permission. And we would offer to share all of our footage and pictures with the owners. With a good cheap Energizer brand headlamps for most things. I don't think I might have had one of the Energizer ones, but I don't know what this brand is. My mother-in-law got me, but it's really bright. My preference is for small lights. Maybe because I've worked in shops, are these stream lights. This is about 400, 450 lumens, not super bright, but good enough. And once again, rechargeable, where if you got a pack on you, you can recharge this all the time. And it is almost indestructible. It is crazy, easy to carry, a couple of them. But other than that, I love my stream lights. For smaller lights, for my bigger lights, newer, or a couple of other brands for the LED light panels you can hold up, or even attach off the tripod on your phone. I've seen people attach them together. The Nancy thing has a lot of weird going on. It does. It really does. I don't know what's going on. They say they've cleared the family now, but it still seems scurvy. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird as crap. I mean, okay, there's weirdos all over. Well, who wants to go after Nancy Guthrie? And like I said, God help us if it's some Trump supporter. Ugh. Because it doesn't matter if it's a Biden or Kamala supporter that, blows a hole through Charlie Kirk's neck. Oh, no big deal. But my God, if it's a Trump supporter that went after Nancy Guthrie, oh, for the love of Jehovah, we'll never hear the end of it. I mean, as unbalanced as lefties are, J6, forgetting about the May 28th Washington, D.C. riots where they actually attacked the White House. That is an insurrection. And the years of riots, including now in Minnesota, that is an insurrection when you are attacking federal agents who are just following and trying to enforce our laws. Lefties don't seem to care. I've said it before. The left, not just in America, in Sog's country too, the left has no true beliefs what gives them power, except what gives them power in the moment. If you're a lefty on here, please feel free to refute me. Tell me how I'm wrong on that. Because J6 is all they screech about, but they can let go shooting up Tesla dealerships, attacking Tesla people, firebombing, shooting Charlie Kirk, walking into schools and ending children and women's lives, walking into churches doing it. So I'm just saying. Streetlight makes good lights. I have Stryon I've used for over a decade. Recently changed the tail switch and rechargeable battery. Yeah, I got one of my stream lights upstairs. A rechargeable battery is going. The charge doesn't last near as long. This is the one that has double levels of brightness. Like one is this, then that is the double click. But yeah, I love these things. There's a brand Nebo is good too. I got my wife a Nebo down at Interstate Batteries, and she loves that thing. So Nebo is another good light brand. But yeah, Stryon I've heard of. Yeah, Streamlight's still my favorite. Stryon's makes good lights, and so does Nebo. Nebo. He's bringing a through night torch with over 5,000. Wow! I don't know what my light panel puts out. All I know is when we have a raccoon in our tree out back, I will take my LED light panel out there from exploring, and woof! And the raccoon's like, crap. Now, I don't know, the Nancy Guthrie thing does seem weird. I won't spend too much time on it, but it seems weird. I don't know, they say the family's been cleared, but they acted weird over this. What is it, Jeremy from D-Day Cobra? He really seems into this. I think I was on one of his streams a while back. People were getting pissed, like, move on. But it's got people thinking. Anything else you guys want to chat about? I've been an hour on my phone. Like I said, I did say I was going to try to get on tonight. I will say this, my shorts seem to be doing semi-decent. I'm not a big fan of thinking they get a lot across, but it is nice to have the freedom to be able to do that when I have minutes of time, and that's it. So, anything else you guys want to chat about? Let me know. And I see you all here. Thank you very much. Sorry I'm not doing the Rumble also, but this was a find my computer ain't going to be ready. I'm going to do this. And honestly, Rumble's great to have as a backup. If you're a small channel, I'll say it. If you're a small creator, I would probably look into Kick or Twitch first. Unless you just like the free speech part of Rumble where you can really say a crap load. It's nice to have that because I have gone over there and done videos just for them. Both Jeremy's D-Day Cobra and Hambly have lost their minds lately. I think, okay, so we're going to disagree. See, people, you don't have to agree to be here. I would agree with you on Jeremy D-Day Cobra. And I don't want to give him too much credit, but I've been a fan. I don't know if you call me a fan, a viewer of his for a long time. Long before he did D-Day Cobra. I was back working out at the gym long before COVID watching him. I like his D-Day Cobra to a point, but yes, lately he has. Jay Watterson may smile here. He is more of a Trump supporter than I am. Jeremy is D-Day Cobra is more of a cultist. Trump is amazing. Trump could do no wrong. When Trump backs down on immigration, he sees it as a win still. We're still getting it. No, we're not. I'll say it right out. We are not going to get mass deportation. Trump blinked. The left knows we riot. Trump blinked. All we're getting now, and Holman openly said it, we're going to continue the targeting. And if we see others, we'll grab them. Mass deportation, I'm going to say it. If he changes and goes back to it later, fine. But I'm going to say it's over. I think it's over. Sorry, my computer, TV's doing something weird. I think it's over. I think no more mass deportations. But Hambly, I think Jeremy Hambly on his Jeremy Hambly channel is doing better than on his quartering channel. Jeremy Hambly seems like he wanders too much for me lately. He used to be more succinct. He seems to be trying to stretch his videos out anymore. Karen Roberts, never heard anything like it. He's great. Wish he was my neighbor. Thank you. Who? Who is that? Which one? Jeremy? Are you talking about what Jay Watterson's asking here? Jeremy did a Cobra and a Jeremy Hambly. Jeremy Hambly don't live too far. Well, as far as America goes, too far from me. He's in Wisconsin. I'm in Illinois. Who's great? He's never heard anything like it. He's great. Wish he's my neighbor. Which one is that? Hambly's bleeding money and subs. I think his Hambly channel that's new is growing, but I think the quartering is treading water. I don't know about his views. I've been checking because a lot of people say he's in trouble. I've been looking at his views. His views are pretty solid for him for the last couple of years. I don't think he's gaining though. But his Hambly channel seems a little better, but I think he had a chance to be a little more. He said he's going to be more spicy on the Hambly channel, and he hasn't been. To me, the stuff he's putting on his Jeremy Hambly channel could just be on his standard quartering channel. And I know I'm nobody to tell Jeremy Hambly what to do. He's made his money. He's set. But Jeremy, if you're going to do anything where you say, I'm going to be more spicy, be more spicy. Maybe rate it not for kids and make sure you are more spicy. Not do videos that you could just do on the quartering. So yeah, don't be Prince Valium on both channels. Be Prince Valium on one channel and be, I don't know, Animal from the Muppet Show on the other one. I don't know, or mix of that and Salty Cracker. How's that? Janice, now they're paying exorbitant amounts for new facilities and suddenly they're buying incinerators. Why? Who? Who is that? Excuse me. Janice, who are you talking about directly? Trump said mass deportations weren't happening. They are targeting people with convictions. Yeah. Yeah, it's over. And I'm not gonna lie, we needed that. Our economy, and people go, oh my God, but who will clean my potty? Oh, Lord God. We need mass deportations. How do you bring the housing costs down? Get rid of 20 to 50 million illegals who are jacking our housing prices and rent prices up. How do you bring the food price down? Get rid of 20 to 50 million people competing with you to go buy food. Even food pantries. I got a friend who's had to go to food pantries. He says half the people in line don't speak English. God bless their hearts. The churches are giving to illegals. When half the people at the church, food pantry lines are illegal aliens, that is making the food pantries short. So it's a problem. How do you fix some of our economy? Yeah. Oh my God, some people may have to mow their own grass. My gods. Ugh. The only people that say that are the lazy T-Watts out there. I've got 35% of my lungs functioning, and I have no problem going out and trying to do stuff and doing stuff for myself. Bunch of lazy jerkosauruses from the everybody gets a trophy generation. So yeah, the mass deportation pisses me off. That is a huge loss. And the way somebody like Jeremy, my God, the guy's going to get, he can go after you or his fans can. His viewers, a lot of them are very cultist. Very cultist. So even saying this, I'm taking a chance, even on my tiny channel. But yeah, he is way glossed over. He has glazed Trump over, pretty much giving up on his biggest campaign promise. So that's a problem. Hambley can't afford to keep paying Luke and the girls. He has on is way beyond his means. Casinos all over his finances. I don't know. Jeremy's not poor. I just think he's lost focus. There are a lot of people been on YouTube for years that lost focus. They have. And I don't know what to tell him, but he's lost focus. His videos seem to, you go back and watch a video of his from 5 years ago. It was more succinct. He seemed more sure of himself. He didn't drag him out. He seems very unsure of himself. I don't know what his health is like. But he does a lot more of the twitching and moving and doing this and ticks. So I hope he's healthy, but it seems like a lot more of that is going on too. He's always turning his head. Oh, I'm doing that. So I don't know what's going on. But he does seem unfocused is the best I can figure. But Jeremy D-Day Cobra, I'm going to get myself in some deep shite for this. And he says it out loud, so you can only so piss on him for this. It's all about the grift. I'm not even sure he gives... I think he does like Trump. I think he supports Trump. But I think he doesn't support him this much. I think a lot of what he's doing on D-Day Cobra is a grift. He found a way to make money. And Jeremy is good at making money. He's very good at talking. He's good at finding the niche to make money. Do I think he's a Trump supporter? Yep. But do I think he's this big a Trump supporter? Nope. And he's glazes Trump. And unfortunately, a lot of his viewers are, the people in his chat are glazing. Also, they're cultists. They are what the left would call the Trump cultists. But dude, I'll give him this. These Trump cultists have money. All right. Hey, you know what? I had a channel where I made a living for a short time on that channel till I got tired of it and had to walk away because of some issues. Not with me, with the community. But I made a semi-living on YouTube at one time too. But there are morons in his stream who will just dump. Sometimes, I don't know where these guys have their money, but $300 to $500 a stream in chats. Just so he can glaze them about Trump walking on water and show a JD Vance chubby kung fu meme. So, yeah. But that said, I'm actually still a Jeremy D-Day Cobra fan. I forgot his last name. Jeremy, whatever. Forgot his last name. Jeremy is a supporter, but he's spent a lot. Yeah. But you got to remember this. Living in Wisconsin is not real expensive. D-Day Cobra can't be seen questioning about Trump about anything. I don't know about anything, but very little. Yeah. He has drawn, I think it's, man, this sucks because I'm in a position where I do like the guy. I respect him. Even if he is just pure grifting, you got to respect the game. But you're right. His viewers, and I've been on the chat either under this name or a couple of my others. And yeah, if you say anything that doesn't just shine Trump's balls up, they get nasty. And if you go, I can't remember, about 6 streams ago, I said something on there and Jeremy saw it and he went off on me calling, you don't like that. Oh, he was just, I can't remember what I said even. I said something that went against the glazing Trump's balls and it was about backing down in Minnesota. I said, it's over. I said, there is no more mass deportations. He gave in. And even though it wasn't a super chat, he saw it and lit into me. And everybody in the chat was like, piece of shit. Yeah. It's like, ugh. And I think I was using this name when I did it. So, yeah. You're right, Jay Watterson. He cannot be seen questioning Trump because he's built his audience of what the left calls, and rightfully so, the cultist Trump followers. Everything Trump does good. And Jeremy is honest. Even on Friday Night Tights tonight when he was leaving, he had to leave the stream to get ready for his D-Day Cobra stream. He's like, I got to go because, I got to go to my stream and where I say Trump never does anything wrong. He kind of told the truth. That's not that bad. He does say when they do stuff wrong, but not much. He does make more excuses than I do, I think. But I bet Jay Waters, I bet you watch his streams like I do at times. They're not bad. He is Jeremy Griggs. He is a very, very good entertainer. He is very, very good at talking. And he's very good at reading his audience. I have none of that. Blondie Patel and Bongina. I seen that Bongina thing has been big lately, calling him that. Are the millstones that sink the midterms for Trump? I'd say Spamela Blondie's number one. Cash Patel's number two. I don't think most people are going to say that about Bongina, because he got out. I think he actually got more respect by leaving than staying. I think by staying, he was damaging himself. I think Bongino, I'll bet 10, 15 years down the road, he's going to write a book. And somehow, maybe before he dies or something someday, it's going to come out where he had disagreements. That's why he left. I bet we're going to find out he got forced out. Sorry about the reflection. I'm watching Gamer. I watch a lot of times. Night Raffires on. So yeah, he's playing right now. He's kind of one of my night streamers I like to watch. But Blondie, Pamela Blondie, thing is Trump is screwed. He picked her. She's in. If he boots her, he'll never get another one confirmed. So then he'd be hobbled. He would not just have not a bad DOJ head. Yeah, I think that's right. But he would have zero. Nothing could get done. Zero. So right now he's stuck with the suck. Patel has been a huge disappointment for me. Do I know everything going on behind the scenes? Nope. Once again, I'm not a cultist. I think Patel has been a huge disappointment. Was Bongino? Yes. But I think Bongino got out for a reason, guys. Bongino didn't leave a show that made him millions upon millions. And he didn't have to put up with all the stress, the bullshit for nothing. I think Bongino got in there, besides looking like a prisoner at that one interview. I think Bongino got in there and was told, this is the game, play it or else. And I think that's why Bongino got out. I think Bongino's going to have more respect. Bondi and Patel. Bondi is my worst. Spamela Blondie. Oh, if Trump could get rid of her, I actually think he would. Or I would hope he would. But, I don't know. But Jay Watterson, I will say two of those three people, yeah. I don't think the midterms were going to happen anyway, because what have the Republicans done? What have they done to codify any of what Trump is trying to do into law? They hang Trump out. Let him do everything, but none of it's being put into law. They've done nothing to help. They've been almost as obstructionist as the Democrats have. So, I don't know. And then losing Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk gave Trump, Charlie Kirk got Trump out of the circle jerk of jackasses around him. Even the best people around him were still Washington insiders. Charlie Kirk was a direct link to you and me, the American people. Charlie Kirk was out talking to college kids, average people, seeing what was big in people's minds, what people needed, what they wanted, what they thought. And he communicated that directly to Trump. He had a direct line and talked to Trump every few days. And now with him gone, it's like having one of your eyes poked out. Charlie Kirk was a big deal. When the government or whatever took Charlie Kirk out, whew, it was bad for, I don't care if you're left or right, it was bad for America in general. It was bad for all of us. If anyone is stupid enough to vote for Democrats, the country's over. Well, they're gonna, unfortunately. If you go by, you know what? I hope you're right. Oh my God, I cannot say your name. Ioe. I'm sorry. 6271. I would agree with you since I'm I'm a prisoner of the state of Illinois. And we would love to flee to Iowa. I live in an area called the Quad Cities. More than 4 cities. Don't make sense. Iowa, Illinois. It's one big super city, kind of. The river down the middle. And you can tell which state is doing good by what's going on. Because Illinois side, the roads are worse. The taxes are insane. And almost nobody buys gas over here. Almost nothing is being built over here. Don't even have a Best Buy or a Quick Start on this side of the river or a Sam's Club. Everything is on the Iowa side where they're growing. And the taxes are much less. Gas is 55 cents a gallon cheaper just across the river. When you have a 30-gallon tank in your truck, it's worth your time to drive over there. Then your groceries are cheaper. You might as well buy groceries over there. Hey, look, the best dog parks, best restaurants, best movie theaters, all over there. Way to go, Pritzker. But no, I agree with you. Yeah, voting for Democrats is, with everything they've done, is pure insanity. It's almost like people really do have TikTok brain. If the Democrats do get full power, everything they did during the Biden administration will be times 20. It's going to be scary. Chad Bailey, what's the other option? Democrat Party. Trump is not perfect, but it's the best we got. I agree. I still say that Donald Trump is the best president of my lifetime. He is. Is he the best thing ever? No. I can sit there and talk to you all day about stuff I don't think he's done right, or I would do, dude, I would be in there I'd be breaking China. I'm not like Trump where I think, oh God, I got to be liked. I don't have that ego where I need that. But yeah, Trump is the best we got. 100%. Compared to Kamala? Compared to Obama? Compared to George Jr.? Ugh. I have a special dislike for George Jr. You know, gotta go to war. So, okay. But no, voting for Democrats, and once again, I live in the Democrat super majority state of Illinois. Trust me, I know. Voting for Democrats in this state, I think I'm on a bunch of groups, Facebook pages, a couple of TikTok and Instagram and some other stuff, where they talk about Illinois, and even a few Reddit where they whine about Illinois. Every time I bring up, well, who'd you vote for? Stop voting for the same effing party. Oh, we can't vote for Republicans. They'll do worse. We're already the most taxed state in the union, the most corrupt. What's worse? Try something different. Oh no, not these idiots. And there's people now, oh, Pritzker's going to lose. No, because Chicago will vote for him. The Uniparty is sandbagging and preventing anything major from happening. 100%. Jay Watterson, 100%. That is the best comment of the night. The Uniparty is sandbagging and preventing anything major from happening. 100%. I think the Democrat and Republican bullshit is a theater. They are stopping Trump, who the American people chose both times, because he's an outsider, to be something different. And both parties are pissed. They hate him. They don't like how he's got more done in his first term than these people who've been in Congress for 35 years have done. He exposed the game, the grift. 100%. So, Jay Watterson, you and I are going to agree that is a good comment. TC Personal. DNC is done. I don't know. If you go by his historically through our midterms, they're going to take it. And what have the Republicans done to make people go, yeah, this is why we voted Trump, or this is why we should vote for you. They're not doing anything. You can't even get Republicans in Indiana to go, yeah, let's do some gerrymandering here since the Democrats are doing it everywhere. My home state of Illinois has a gerrymandered district that wanders through the state that looks like a skinny snake. But the Republicans, well, we don't want to stoop to their level, but slow down, Democrats. Yet when Democrats win in Virginia, they, within 40 hours, are ramming through tons of crazy shite, including ending all Republican districts. But Republicans won't do nothing. What are they doing to show the voters they will fight for them? Nothing. You lost the Bears too, dude. Chad, you are probably right. That's not 100% sure yet, but dude, there's a chance. There's a chance the Bears are gone, and that's going to hang on Pritzker. Ho, 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 you fat Tony Soprano looking piece of crap. Every time my wife looks at him, she goes, that's a mobster. She's right. Yeah, the Bears may be the Hammond Bears or the Indiana Bears, but they're smart. They want to put it right out just outside of Illinois, where they know a lot of the Illinois people still go. I mean, come on. The NFL will do the Black National Anthem and do shit like Bad Bunny, and people will still go watch. If the NFL fans were real, I'm sorry, here we go, pissing on some people. If they were real, true Americans, they'd look at Black National Anthem, doing shows that crap on Americans, and them themselves paying for these tickets, and go, screw you, we're not going to watch your game. But we got to have our foosball. Sorry. But yeah, the Bears could be gone. Way to go, Pritzker and Johnson. You guys are amazing. Start checking my battery. I'm good. Okay. The Republican Party is dead. That's why I went independent. Well, Mr. Johnson, I'm neither. Every time somebody sees us, oh, you're a Republican. Nope. I used to argue with a guy who was super conservative when I had my shop. And every time I'd say something that he didn't like, well, you must be a Democrat. I'm like, no. Why can't I have certain beliefs of each side? Why do I have to be pigeonholed? I vote for people. Unfortunately, right now in Illinois, there's not a single Democrat I could vote for. They're all effing insane and stupid. But the Republican Party is probably dead. I'm sorry. I don't see what the Republicans are doing to make people want to vote for them right now. What? Are they standing up and stopping the riots? No, Trump let that go. Are Republicans passing laws? People voted for all this crap Trump's doing. But are they passing the laws to make it stick? No. Are they going to pass voter ID? I'm betting no. They've done nothing. And I think it's all theater. I think Jay Waterson's right. The Uniparty's dragging their feet to make sure nothing real gets done to go against their power over us. But yeah, independent's the way to go. Jerry Doyle wrote a book. And I remember listening to the Jerry Doyle show. He played Garibaldi on Babylon 5. Did a really good show for a long time. He said, until Americans stop voting for a D or an R, stop voting for a party, we're screwed. And he's right. Need to vote for the people. Obama was a miracle worker with class. Dems keep this country running. No. We're going to disagree on that one. No, they don't. Nope. All right. Do you not think Trump's ego is letting him down, getting in the way of somewhat? Yes, but not in the way you may think, Sog. I think Trump's ego does get in the way because Trump wants to be loved. He wants to be liked. His ego can be a good thing because when he gets really kicked in the nuts really good, he fights back. The man gets shot through the ear and stands up, fight, fight, fight. Good, strong ego sometimes can drive a man. It drives him to do good for the country because he wants to be loved and liked and remembered well after he's gone. He's only remembered as, oh my God, he was almost as bad as Biden. Okay, that's tough. My tennis shoe would be a better President Biden. That's mean because Biden wasn't the president. We all know it. He was just the weekend at Bernie's the guy they put up there. He made no decisions. He barely knew anything was going on. He was an empty suit. But Trump wants to be loved, and that can be a good thing and a bad thing. And unfortunately, he wants to be liked. Oh my God, they're going to call me fascist even more if I clamp down on people assaulting officers, breaking the law, and demanding that they get their way, even though they lost the election. So yeah, his ego is getting in the way. Hey, Rad, what's up, buddy? I don't want to ask how the weather is where you're at because it's better than mine. We got damn cold again. Who do you believe is the greatest threat to America? Are you talking internally or externally? I need to know. Internally? Internally, I don't want to say Democrats. I'm going to say the liberal arm of the Democrats. The more liberal, not the classic, more center of the road, that if we could get rid of the retards in that party, that would still work with the other side and get stuff done where neither side's perfectly happy, but it probably work out good for Americans. I would say the more leftist, liberal, nutcase side of the Democrats inside this country are the biggest danger to America there. Externally, China. China is still a monster danger. Monster danger to us. And if we get too distracted with Iran or something, they could maybe pull something. But good question. Rad, I thought the only wars he was going to allow was at Black Friday sales over TVs. Oh, there we go. And we have a pure left tard, and I get to say that. Mini Jim, draft dodging felon, nice hero. Okay. And you guys were idolizing and voted for a guy that pissed and shit himself in Buckingham Palace and the Vatican. A guy who had to be saved by the Easter Bunny, couldn't stay up past noon, and was not even a real president. So yeah, we can both insult each other, or you can come in and actually contribute and comment and actually talk. See how well those insults we just gave each other did? Neither of us got anywhere. But that's what I expect from some of you. Some of them actually come in here and argue with me. But you know, Bears are headed to Indiana. Yeah, there's a possibility. Looks like right now, from what I can find, it's about 65-70% chance. Indiana's working hard to get them. Oof. Mr. Johnson, Bad Bunny's American. No shit. Huh. It's so funny that a lot of people think, oh, the Trumpers, they think Bad Bunny is a foreigner. No, we don't. No, we don't. We know he's from Puerto Rico, but he's also, if you notice which flag he used the separatist Puerto Rican flag, the flag where they want to be independent, not a part of America. Puerto Rico likes to go, give us more money to be part of America. And then they want to be separated from America. Then they want statehood. Puerto Rico can't get their head out of their ass and figure out what they want anyway. Bad Bunny he's American light. And all he does is hate on America. So, yeah, whatever. We know he's technically American. We're not tarded. I know. All the lefties think any Trump supporter is some goober redneck from Mississippi. Can't count past his AB days. But okay. Chicago has lost the Bears. Just a matter of whether Illinois loses them. Well, Arlington Heights, my wife lived in Chicago for a while going to school. She says, yeah, Arlington Heights is technically not Chicago, but if it goes to Arlington Heights, it's still pretty much in Chicago. But I kind of made the argument, well, Hammond is kind of like Chicago too. But yeah, I think, yeah, you're right though, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But boy, be a big shot to fill that space where Soldier Field is. Woof. Study the Constitution. Trump does. I'm not going to call anybody 100% American who just wants to uses a separatist flag and whose territory can't make up their mind whether they want to be a state or say F off to America and want to leave. Just saying. I said the Constitution. Trump doesn't have the authority to do really anything he's doing. Well, I'm going to disagree with you because that's a load of shite. He has the authority to do a lot more than he is doing, especially with immigration. As the leftists hammered down America's throat for 4 years under Biden, saying immigration is under the 100% purview of the executive branch. So everybody shut up. Texas, take down your razor wire. Only the executive branch has a say in immigration. Until Trump gets in there and suddenly, oh, no. He can't do nothing. And little district judges can tell the president of the United States, no. No, Trump is kind of a pussy. And these judges, SCOTUS already said, have no standing. But every time another district judge makes an illegal ruling, Trump goes, okay, we'll go to court. So sorry, Mr. Johnson, you are wrong. Or either that, or you Democrats, I'm not sure you're a Democrat, but I'm going to say that or the Democrats were openly lying and breaking insane laws and the Constitution during the last 4 years. You can't have it both ways. Neither party is worth a heck, says Superfly. Agreed. Neither party will try to pass any legislation that means anything. Let me add something to that, Superfly. Neither party will try to pass any legislation that means anything good for you and me. Once again, I'll go back to voter ID. 81 to 85% of all Americans put together across the board want voter ID. The House sat on it for a year with their thumbs in their butts and then said, okay, we kind of passed it. Now on to the Senate where it will die. They know it won't go anywhere. They can finally get off their butts and go, see, we tried. The theater goes on. And then Murkowski and a few rhino idiots, these sacrificial ones on the Republican side, will go, oopsie. And then someday when the Democrats are in charge, they'll run a bill through the House. See, look what we did. It'll go to the Senate, and the sacrificial Democrats at that time will go, oh, oopsie. Nothing gets passed that's good for you and me. Holy shite. I said it earlier in the stream. When 80% of all Americans want something, how is it our employees don't hop to and have it done in days? No, sits there for years and then oopsie. 80%. Get 80% of Americans to agree on anything else. Good luck. We couldn't agree on which bottled water tastes the best. But voter ID, we agree, and our government goes, nope. Maybe we'll get to it. You plebs want this? No. We don't. So too bad. But Superfly, good comment. You didn't add quite enough words. Jay Watterson, I can see the wording now. The Indiana Bears of Chicago. I don't think they would leave Chicago in. Indiana, a lot of people don't like Chicago. They're just called the Indiana Bears, the Hammond Bears, or it just be called, I actually heard somebody say they'll leave it all out. They just call it the Bears. They won't call it Hammond Bears, anything. They'll just say the Bears. And actually, I think that for marketing, that's the best way to do it. I know I'm behind in the chat, guys. I think just saying the Bears is the way to go. Bribham Obozo has the authority to do anything they want. Bribham and Obozo. They did. Biden did shit that was illegal like crazy. Once again, let's go to immigration. How was it nobody in the Democrat Party gave a rat's ass about following laws or due process when they brought in 20 million people? Yet Trump tries to send one out. Due process, the laws. Actually, if you look at it, if you come in here illegally, the only thing you're owed in due process is expedited removal. Which, once again, I am not a Trump cultist. Trump is being a dumb pussy by not looking at his district court judges that SCOTUS already says is making illegal rulings and go, screw you. You have no standing. Your ruling is illegal. Try to enforce it. Now fuck off. That's what Trump should be doing. But he's not. Because as Sog said, Trump is trying too much with his ego to be liked. And once again, there's lefties watching here. Even when I don't agree with Trump, they'll still just, yeah, F you, Chud. Once again, Trump knows the media will never give him credit. Well, that is 100% true. That is true. And that one I will not argue with because, yeah, the media lies its ass off. Trump does good and they don't care. And so I agree. No politician tries to fix the streets, fix healthcare, create jobs, do anything to help the country or its people. Superfly, I wouldn't say no politician, but I'm going to say it's extremely rare. When you find that politician, you hug it and love it and call it George and make it your best buddy. Yeah, they are rare. I would say you got a better chance of winning the lottery twice than finding a politician that does that stuff. But it does happen, but it's rare. Don Tinker, hi back. Rad. Your country's like mine. Too many rusted on party supporters, no matter what. Yes, 100%. Yes, there are people that see a D or an R and they shut their brain off or automatically start going, yeah, screw you, which is so idiotic. I will say the Democrats have gone more knucking futz than the Republicans. That's my point of view. You can disagree. But I have always been pretty close to a centrist. I've wandered left and right throughout my life. But now I look, and the rug has been pulled out from under me, where suddenly I'm closer to the right. I didn't move any of my beliefs. But the left has gone so far knucking futz out there on the left side, I can't even see him with a damn Hubble telescope. So, Trump, keep this in mind. To all these people hating on Trump, Trump was a Democrat. He still is a Democrat of what the Democrats used to be in the mid-late 90s. He didn't go anywhere. The Democrat Party did. Go look at the speeches given by Democrats in the mid-late 90s. He's still spouting the same thing. They changed. We don't need a major party to win, technically. Well, unfortunately, we do. Technically, you're right. But nobody can win without it. Trump thought about running independent, but knew he couldn't get anywhere. Even Trump. All right. Don Tinker, Bad Bunny rocks. Trump dumps. Ignored. Okay, so. Oh, Don. Yep, there we go. So we can skip past Don, because Don came here with nothing. Don just came in and said, hi, started off. And yep, then goes full left hard. And I'd say that about anybody on the right that just goes into a leftist stream and just spouts retarded stuff like that. But it seems like it's mostly on the side of the left. They have nothing, no facts. They use phrases like, my truth, and can't do nothing except insult. That's it. So, okay, whatever. That just proves who has anything to stand on. They don't. You had a politician the right thing, and they had a House visitor have to vote, and she's gone now. Yeah. Well, if you're talking about MTG, be careful. Marjorie Taylor Greene's got some And I'm not taking Trump's side on this. I think what Trump did with her was stupid. But if you're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, he did something stupid, but she's not fully clean. Terry, Trump 2026, go ice. I agree on the go ice. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get it, but yep. He shouldn't have backed down in Minnesota. Honestly, he shouldn't have. But yeah, I'm go ice all the way. We especially need them in my area. I'm tired of all the people that don't speak English right here getting in accidents without insurance, demanding we give them stuff. Just saying. When I owned my shop, I got tired of competing against illegals running shops who didn't have to follow all the regulations I did. Sucked. Robin, wake up. Say that name. Hi, Robin. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like I said, just because I wear a hat, I mean, I'm a cultist. Does bad things, goes with his ego, does stupid things. That's why I was asking how you guys feel about Iran and everything else. But yeah, honestly, I want us to worry more about. I'm less worried about Venezuela. I liked that. We went in, did something badass. Showed our military, showed the world, don't fuck with us. We were screwing around in our own hemisphere. Stuff that really affects us. Screw Ukraine. I don't give a rat's ass what's going on with Israel. If Israel wants to buy weapons from us, fine. I don't want to give them a damn thing. I want to take care of what's going on around us. That's me. Oh, let's see how my battery's doing. Okay, not bad. But no, I mean, if all you can do is come in and insult me, ask me a question. You don't even know whether I agree with Trump or not. You don't know what I do or do not believe. You don't know what I think on abortion. You don't know what I think on anything. You just come in, oh, Trump hat, my brain shuts off. Blech. Cheeto! That is the problem with the left these days. It's all anger and feels, no facts. And I'm not everybody, but I don't see a lot of righties out rioting, tearing things down, attacking people, or blowing holes through guys' necks for talking and trying to reach across the aisle on college campuses. I don't see a lot of righties walking into churches and schools and blowing away kids and women and other people. Just saying. So coming in here and just giving some stupid comment, kind of proving the point. Now, where some of you said, why would anybody vote for Democrats? I agree. Because if you see how they act, why are you voting for that? That is craziness. We love Tesla. Oh, Tesla man say bad thing. Go burn and shoot Tesla. Take them out. Once again. You said enough. I don't care about all your beliefs. You're American. Okay. I'm actually very American. If you knew anything about my family history in this country, yeah, we're pretty American. Britain is the problem. Britain, I don't know about is the problem. Britain has a problem. One of my guys on here is regular. I've known for a long time. Met him through urban exploring. He is in Britain, and they are in some deep shit over there. Britain is about 20 to 30. Well, that was weird. My phone did something stupid. Britain is about 20 to 30 years ahead of us. If we don't correct our course, we will be where they are right now in about 20 to 30 years. The other cord goes to the router. Yeah, something happened there for a second. That was weird. Of course, I'm like 1 hour, 49 minutes of losing my voice on here. So, okay, I know how to pronounce oi. What are you thinking? What is the problem with Britain? Britain is the problem? I think Britain has a problem. Britain's, Britain's politicians and government are worse than ours. They are openly kowtowing to a very violent and a very violent immigrant insurgency that is openly trying to take over their country, and they're kowtowing to them. So it's a little, it's a okay, thanks. But I think Britain is trouble, and we're hopefully Tommy Robinson and the new guy Rupert can has woke England up. It seems like a lot of people in the UK are really waking up and they're trying to do stuff. I think Chatham House said maybe the court will do something about Trump, and then this goes deeper. I don't think Chatham House will do crap. It is funny how Starmer and all these others are UK has free speech as they're arresting record numbers of people for online posts or saying things in public they don't like. Just saying. I don't think Chatham House is going to do nothing. But I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen on a lot of it. Trying to second guess the cabal or the uniparty or even Trump himself is almost impossible these days. Honestly, I don't know. A lot of us were looking at what was going on, the buildup around Venezuela, and went, something gonna happen. But boy, that was, when it did happen, that was something. Mean tweet arrests, yeah. Rad, you're right. Mean tweet arrests. Crazy. Crazy how the UK has fallen. The UK government is worse than Canada's government under, little Fidel Trudeau, yeah. Even though they say that UK is 30 to 40 years ahead of us down the wrong path, they say Canada is about 10 to 20. Because Canada, I have a couple friends in Canada who are actually, right now at this moment, trying to immigrate to America. They want to be American. They want to give up their Canadian citizenship. They are saying that Canada is, we ignore Canada in a way. They don't make a lot of big news. They say a lot of what's going on in the UK is going on in Canada, just not as progressed yet. But they're in some deep shit, and their economy is going bad because they're pulling in tons of these unskilled migrants who are just sucking their system dry. And now their government likes to euthanize people for seasonal depression. Did you see that? They euthanized a guy who has seasonal depression issues, which is, yeah, we can all get a little down during the winter, but you live in Canada? Come on. And you're going to get down about winter? But this guy is known to have depression issues just certain times a year. And they euthanized him. They recommended it and did it. That's something, as far as I know, even the UK doesn't do. Oh, this guy's got some seasonal issues with winter. Well, sounds like he just should go hop in a pod and end himself. Yeah. That's nuts. For 20 watching in December, it was about 11. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe the algorithm is being nicer to me, considering I'm on my mobile. Well, it's, who else is streaming at almost my time, almost 4 a.m. But thanks, Rad, I appreciate it. And you've been here since it was maybe just me and you. Well, no, me, you, and Jay Watterson. Uh-oh. What did Sog have to go after? Oh, thanks, Sog. Grabbing that one. I'm not going to disagree with the message from the guy that you stomped on, but thank you. No, feel free. That's why you're a mod, dude. Oh, boy. Once again, and he just comes in and proves my point. He comes in and just, they don't have anything. Just insult, 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 insult. They prove the point, and then, like some of you guys have asked, why are anybody wanting to vote for these people? That's it. I think fear is one. Trump is not showing people, neither Republicans, they will stand up for them. They will protect them. They will be there for them. But they look at the left, the guy in the bar who's quiet, drinking his beer, or the guy at the end of the bar banging his machete on there going, don't you dare do anything I don't like or else. That guy there, they're worried about. They're worried about the crazy lefties who all you do is insult, shoot people, attack people, hurt people, threaten people. They look at Trump and go, what are you going to do to help us? Trump's going to be like, well, I'm just going to back down every time. Look at the left-hards doing crazy stuff going, yeah, I'll stay home and not vote for Republicans. Just saying. Poor Prince Andrew. If he lived in America, Pam Body Cash was still probably covered for him. I'm not going to argue with you. Chris, I'm not going to argue with you. OnlyFans are streaming at 4 a.m. Nice. You're making stuff up about Canada. No, I'm not. I have two friends who are at this very moment immigrating from Canada and trying to become Americans. One of them has a place he usually spends 6 months of the year here anyway, and he's done. So you can say that, but you don't know who I know. Way to go. Just come in and, how do you know? God, you people are stupid sometimes. I'm talking about lefties. And well, Canada, sorry, even the most conservative Canadian still kind of a lefty. There, how's that, Robo? Did I help you out? There's making something up. You don't know who I know. I've known some people from Canada for over 13 years. Sheesh. Oh my God. Decent Canadians moved to AU. What do you guys think? I already know Robo, whatever. People aren't trying to come to America. Really? Really? Then why do we have to shut our borders? Yeah. We are the country in the world most people immigrate to. But yeah, nobody's trying to come to America. Okay. 90+% of all Canadians live within 100 miles of America's border. You're huddled up against our border for the nice warmth of our economy. Whatever. Everything in your country looks like American, except you gotta put kilometers on a few things. Ooh. Okay. People aren't trying to come to America. See, Robo, when you say something absolutely retarded like that, you lose all credibility. Because even a lot of, my standard Democrat fans, not leftists, standard Democrats go like that. Okay, well, that's kind of stupid. That's kind of stupid. I'm with you, Rad. Happily married over a decade. I'm good. 100%. Am I AI? No, stunt bum. I'm not intelligent enough to be AI. Even the free Gemini AI is much smarter than me. So you would get smarter just going talking to Gemini. Let's see here. 50 mil just jumped the border. Yeah. People from Canada, you can say whatever you want. I know people that are immigrating from Canada to America. And what about Viva Fry? Viva Fry just did it. But hey, nobody is. I believe drunk C3PO or drunk 3PO, didn't he immigrate from Canada? Those are just a couple of YouTubers. I'm talking about people I know. So yeah, nobody wants to come here from Canada or whatever. Okay. I'm not going to go to America. I've been in a few places. Yeah, well, Rad, you're in Australia. Australia is a little different than Canada. Australia is not anywhere near the. Yeah, okay. We're not going to go there. But yeah, Robo wants to live with, cranial rectal insertion disorder. That's fine. Deport MAGA, keep immigrants. Yo. Okay. That's best you got. Okay. So, two neighbors shouting at each other from across the fence. I like that stunt bum, yeah. Like when Trump came into office, he made it harder for people from down under going to USA, migrating to, which is kind of weird. I don't know about that because Australia is part of the Five Eyes with America. As far as I know, people travel from Australia here all the time. The guy who used to work for me was Australian. He's been back and forth. He lives mostly here now, but he goes back and forth. Herbert, love Jesus Christ. I can give you that one. Yeah. 100%. Prices are the same as a year ago. Okay. Way to prove that you have cranial rectal insertion disorder. Where are gas prices in America now compared to when before Trump took office? Let me know. Maybe gas prices in Canada are the same. Okay. If you want to sit here and lie, feel free. I will not entertain your lie. I will ask you, go look up the prices of gasoline before Trump took office. A year ago is a nice lie because Trump already took office. What were the prices before Trump took office? What are they now? They're lower. What are the price of eggs? What are the price of heating my house? What was the price of electricity? They're all lower now. Is everything lower? Nope. I'm not going to sit here and make things up for Trump. You will lie. You will make things up to stroke your ego. You do whatever. You write in caps. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, if you do it again, I'll ask a mod to remove you. I'm more about a conversation, but you are just being a liar. Prices are not the same. What are the gas prices in America compared to a year and a half ago? Come on. We have way less trading partners worldwide than we did a year ago. So what? Do we need them all? No. This country has some of the best resources in the world. Why do we need to be at a loss trading to everybody? You write in caps because it's easier to read. I don't care. Most chats don't let you write in caps and you know better. But why is it easier to read for me? I got glasses. I can read. If I was doing this, then yeah, please feel free to put in caps. Who cares if we have less trading partners? That's stupid. Who cares? Do we need all of them? No. Why do we need them all? In fact, too many trading partners is what sucks jobs and business from us. Then we have to keep kowtowing to everybody else. No. Maybe we should have less trading partners to take care of our people. Talk to our farmers. Not all farmers are suffering. In fact, Trump signed bills to help subsidize the farmers through some of the tariff stuff. What do you mean talk to the farmers? Do you have any idea where I'm at? Dude, I can't get more than 15 minutes from my home without being in the middle of farms. I grew up out by Edgington, Illinois. Look it up. Look up Rock Ridge High School and look up what surrounds it. All my jobs growing up were on farms. I detasseled. I put up bales. My family still lives there. So don't tell me about the farmers. Not all the farmers are doing bad. And you know what? Just because somebody does bad, I'm sorry. I love when people do that. But this is too expensive now, or this is bad. You know what? When our government sells us down the river for 50 years, you can't just flip a switch and everything's going to be good. Some things are going to hurt. Trump said that during the election. Seems like everybody ignored him. When Trump said, yeah, we're going to do some stuff and it's going to hurt. There's going to be some pain. So when anybody throws at me, oh, but this is not good right now. He said that. He was honest. If you didn't want to listen, or if you want to just throw it out to hate on him, that's a you problem. Go back and look during the election. Trump said multiple times, a lot of what we have to do will hurt. He didn't lie. So feel free to bitch about it, whine about it, cry about it. He told you. That is a you problem. And I'm including other Trump voters who are going, oh, did you not listen? Utilities are significantly higher than a year ago. Now you're lying. My gas electric bill is lower. We just got our thing from our utility company. Here's how much you've used compared to last year. Hey, guess what? It was down. We used the same amount. Our price was lower. And once again, now here go the goalposts. What about gas prices? I asked you about gas prices and you shifted, but utilities. You're shifting all over. Way to go. Goalpost shifting. I asked you a direct thing, you went somewhere else. Asked you again, you went somewhere else. What are the fucking gasoline prices compared to a year and a half ago? Sorry, I do get pissed off when leftards do that. And if you're a Trump voter, then you didn't listen. You didn't listen. Someone brought up high school dancer 3 years after Footloose. That's pretty close. If you look up Rock Ridge High School in Edgerton, Illinois, yep. Going to my house included directions of turn off of the paved road. So, yep. You happy you know to vote for in Australia? Prices never go down. Well, yep. Actually, that's a lot of the world anyway. Prices rarely do go down. And okay, Robo is doing his best not to answer my question. So at this point, if anybody wants to nix Robo, feel free. Block him. I'm done. I've given you every opportunity to answer my question, and you're not. I've given you tons of opportunities. I said, what were the gas prices a year and a half ago compared to now in America? And you're just throwing out everything. You moved the goalpost twice, and now you're giving me a bullshit non-answer. I don't give a shit what the average gas price is in New York. What was the gas price in New York a year and a half ago? You're speaking the truth. No, you're speaking half truth. Half truth. That's not the question I asked you, and you know it's not. And if anything will get my goat, it's pricks doing the shit you're doing. Because what you're doing is BS. I asked you a easy, direct question. You bullshitted and pulled through some stuff out there, so I asked you, fine, what were the gas prices 1 year ago? And you go, well, gas right now is $3.18. Not what I asked you. The very fact that you won't answer me means you know the answer. You know the gas prices in New York a year and a half ago were over probably $5 a gallon on average, or at least over $4. I know what they were here. That's why I know I can say this. I'm in 2 states here. I'm in the Quad Cities. I get to see 2 states. Gas prices are down. And here he goes again. Shift to goalpost. Answer my question, you stupid prick. Answer me. Direct question. See how many times he shifted the goalposts? This is a leftard. He asks something, throws out some bullshit. When I ask a direct question, shift, 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 shift. Won't answer a direct question because as soon as he does, it's over. Lost. I'm not falling for it. Lions Den has the ultimate procedure to filter the color out of the agricultural diesel. Herbert, how's it going? Facts. I don't know. I just look around me. We can all Google instantly. Use Gemini, use ChatGPT, use Grok. Type in, I don't care what state you're in. Take Illinois. Illinois gas prices 1.5 years ago. Illinois gas prices now. Well, Illinois may be the worst one because Pritzker jacked our gas prices, our taxes up. But Illinois is bull that flow. Nobody on this side of the river in the Quad Cities gets gas over here if they have a brain. You take your 31-gallon tank in your truck, you drive over to Iowa, and you pay 55 to 60 cents a gallon less. That's a huge savings per tank. And Robo, you ain't matched no wits because you have no wits. You are a fucking retard who has shifted goals and still won't answer a question. I gave you how long? Scan back. Go back to the video. How many times did I ask you a direct question? An easy question. And you won't do it. So you have to travel to get gas? We always have in this area. Hey, Robo, you want to know why? Because I live in a Democrat state and there's a Republican state right across the river. Moron. 318. Oh, yep. Boy. And remove. Oh, let's see here. Ooh. Boom. Bye-bye. You're done. I just blocked him. I gave him a ton of chances. Feel free to call me whatever name you want. But I asked a direct, easy question, and he refused to answer it. Moved the goalpost 5 times. So that's it. Gone. My worldview is unsustainable. Okay. I always need help with searches, but I do. When I do, I ask Jeeves. Oh my God, ask Jeeves. Dude, is that around still? I pay average US dollars, $5 a gallon. Yeah, you guys pay. Oof. Do you guys do by gallon or liters? I know when I watched, always love when I watch Top Gear. And those guys are paying like $4 or $5 a liter, which is a lot smaller than a gallon. I was always like, that's horrid. 2 something in Texas, Herbert says. Yeah, I believe Iowa is like 230 right now or 220. And it wasn't that a year and a half ago for for a retard boy who couldn't answer a direct question because he knew better. See, I don't like that. I asked you a direct question. And if it came out wrong, I'm willing to accept it. But the very fact he had to move the goalposts way to lefty. Way too TDS. It was a simple question. And I even gave him that, yeah, not all food prices have gone down. Some have. And I said housing prices haven't gone down enough. I said that the interest rates haven't gone down enough. Oh, no. Gotta stick with that hate. Love it. But yeah, 2 something in Texas. I bet in Texas you're even lower than Iowa. And I love how he's going to try and nail me. Oh, you got to drive to get gas? Yeah, because I live in a Democrat state. They didn't ban global tariffs. They banned a fee on those tariffs. Really? All I know is Trump says the tariffs are still up and he's using a 1974 law now to keep them up. So, yeah. Also, you're a chungus. Well, I accept that. I can accept that, Connor. You came in, made a decent comment right there. And then you can call me a name? Yep, 100%. Your first comment bought you that name call, no problem. I don't see it. You didn't shift any goalposts yet. Your way of life is collapsing. Okay. Says the party that wants to do nothing but tear it down. Okay. Leaders. Oof. Sorry. Yeah, quartz. It's liters. You're right. Litres. Can you feel how irrelevant you are? Okay. Was that supposed to be a shot at me? I'm some dingus in my den, in my house. Okay. I'm sorry. Was that supposed to be a shot at my ego? Darn. I feel so bad. I will not be able to recover. Pay $2.30 a gallon in Nebraska. I think Iowa's pretty close to that. But yeah, wow, Nebraska is usually even a little lower than Iowa. I use Copilot to do all the calculations. A lot of AI. I'm telling you, the AIs, you can catch them lying to you if you ask questions. But the math, man, AI is on math. Math and stats, it can work. Jay Waters said, I can't open those on this. Thank you very much, Sog. Dude. I knew you as GTR too long, buddy. Who cares if he's in or out? All right, let's see here. Oh, thank you, Sog. I appreciate the moderation. Goalpost shift. Yeah. 100% Jay Watterson. Math and charts so good, yeah. Tell you what, that's one of the best things AIs are doing right now. Dude, you can ask it to make you a graph and a chart. Oh, it's so handy. You know, one like maybe on what gas prices have been in the last 2 years. He said you in the closet. Who cares? Oh, I don't care if I'm closet. Okay, whatever. That's not going to insult me. I don't care about names, chungas. I don't care about anything like that. I don't like when somebody wants to lie, make things up, and then not answer a direct question because they know they got nothing. That's just me. I'm up late. I'm tired. That type of shifting, I don't care for. But yeah, Herbert, I get it. But I don't care. Somebody call me in the closet, whatever. Andrew needs to be in jail. I think coming soon to a jail near you, because I'll tell you what, the UK has at least done more. UK has done more arrests on the Epstein stuff than America has. Let's see, what is it, 1-0 right now? Still a paltry number, just one, but I'll tell you what, spit and chips, sure a lot better than ours 0 here in America. And right now, Jay Watterson's going, yeah. That 1 looks epic compared to our 0. But yes, Andrew is, oof, but at least your guys are doing something about him. Do the grunt work for my work, manual, tedious crap. I'll tell you what, I'm a total tard nugget when it comes to the AI, but I'm trying. I do use it for stuff. I've made thumbnails with it. I've asked it stuff. I can graph and do a lot of work with it. It's nice. It also helps in auto repair when you're doing diagnostics. Does help with some of that. But yeah, I gotta get my wife to do it. She just doesn't even want to consider it. I'm like, come on, it's good. You gotta know how to be friendly with it when, Skynet comes out and takes over the world. Thank you, Herbert. Andrew is definitely heading for our jail, dude. Yeah, so you guys don't know, Sog is in the UK. I'm a prisoner of Illinois. He's a prisoner of UK. But yeah, so he knows what he's talking about, hopefully. I'm still telling you, your 1 arrest beats the crap out of our 0. And I'm not counting Ghislaine Maxwell, because that was before all this stuff come out. I'm being rough on it. I want more arrests. And any lefty here, I am pissed at the Trump administration for not arresting people already. There's enough evidence. Plenty enough. And blacking out names. Andrew had to pick up his own soap. Ugh. Go watch people's videos explaining. Use prompts properly. It's all, yeah. Oh yeah, Rad, I know. I tell my wife all the time, it's when I describe stuff, you really got to know how to talk to some of the AIs like it's a 3-year-old. You really got to know how to talk to it and describe things properly in the right order. If you don't get it right, It'll come out with something like, But I will say this, even if you do it right, sometimes it'll come out with something totally goofy. You're like, that's not what I asked for. I asked for a blue teddy bear and you gave me a pink earthworm. Oh, I'm sorry. You are right to point that out. Let me try again. Oh, no. But yeah, Rad, you're right. It's really on how you talk about it. Oh, heck. Raphire's look like he's doing good tonight. Sorry, streamer, playing games. What was it? Warzone? Yeah, he's doing Warzone tonight. All right, guys, but I don't know. I think we've done about enough, but I do appreciate it. Anybody who hasn't, please get thumbs up. And for you lefties, feel free to come back and try again. But all I ask for honest dialogue. I asked a direct question. The very fact when you won't answer a direct, easy question, it's not good for you. Needs right programming, apps to continue. Whoa. Apps automated things is so good, but sometimes it goes, yeah. Yeah, they'll do goofy stuff. Like I said, I've got plenty of thumbnails I've used different AIs for. Yep. System goes online August 4th, 2027. Dude, there was a video, real quick. I watched a video from some event in China just recently. Here, let me see if I go back through I can at least give you guys, I can't post it here, but I can tell it to you real quick. Let's see if was that on this stream? No, it was on here. I'm going to switch my account real quick. Because these videos of this Chinese event, these robots were doing this dancing. It was scary. Oh, come on. I know where I saw it. It wasn't on this one. It was some event in China just recently, and they had all these robots, and they were doing some kung fu, samurai, weird dancing. It was freaky. I know where I saw it. Crap, I got too many accounts. But if you get the chance to find, dude, that was making me get. I was having T800 thoughts. I was like, that is not right. Is this the robot video I tried to post? Is it the vote? It might be. It might be, Rad. It was a bunch of Chinese guys, and the curtain goes up, and it's all these robots just dancing and kung fu and everything. That would be it. And it gave me Skynet T800 or T1000 type feel. Same event for 12 months ago. Oh my God. That's what you posted. Okay, there you go. Thank you. So anybody check Rad's link from earlier in the chat. Okay, the Luna Festival. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, if I hit it here, it takes me there and boosts me off of here on the phone. But yeah, okay, Luna Festival, yeah. It's supposed, oh, that one's AI? Okay. It's hard to know what's real and what's not with these robots because it comes out that some of them aren't really even autonomous. They're being run by people. So, but still, the very fact that, I don't care if it's being controlled by people, that these robots can move like that is freaky. That's like, yeah, cover it with skin, and you got a T800. These things are definitely moving as good as T800s. That's freaky. So, if they do get that to be actually mobile, ew. So, if that one's AI, I'll have to look. Because I'm not sure. I know on YouTube, you're actually supposed to label things AI. My wife is when she's on Facebook, she's getting annoyed at some of the cutesy animal videos. She's starting to see how many of them are AI because they label it. She's like, well, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, you got to look for it. Okay, so that one is possibly AI. But I've seen a lot of places all over, even some USA doing similar stuff. Yeah. I saw where it was said to be AI. I haven't looked that deep into it. Okay. Usually YouTube has rules right now where you're supposed to label things that are AI, and Facebook does, whether people are doing it or not. But yeah, there's a lot of it. Either way, tell me you're not getting Skynet vibes. It's like, oh. The first time you're going to be walking down the street and you're going to see a very young Arnold Schwarzenegger walking down the street, you're going to go, oh shit. You are. Waving, moving slowly. Going to China next month. Gonna go look in on some of the cities they're making. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. All right, guys. Well, I am gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to. Ooh, I'm being stared at. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Jack's cat. What are you doing, buddy? Yeah? He wants food. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for dealing with me doing this on my mobile. Hopefully, I'll have that thing all corrected here, and get back on. But I am going to hop out, me and Jax both. My loyal companion. All the other 4 animals are upstairs. All 3 dogs and the other cat are on my wife. By the way, for those of you who don't know, this is Jax. And my other cat's name is Pepper. So we have Pepper Jax. Oh, Red Dwarf. Don't get me going, Rad. Red Dwarf is one of my faves. I have a t-shirt that says Red Dwarf, has the symbol and everything. And on the back says Smeg Off. I have Red Dwarf up there. Red Dwarf is one of my faves, man. In fact, one of our TV streaming channels now does Red Dwarf 24/7. Love Red Dwarf. Get notifications earlier. Hey, no problem, Rad. You're clear across the world. I'll give YouTube this. The technology is amazing. I'm on a device in my palm talking to somebody in Australia, others in UK. It's insane. It's so great. Fish. Today's fish is trout a la creme. Fish. Today's fish is trout a la creme. I remember that one. I remember. I love it. I can talk. Oh, Red Dwarf. My wife does not. She's not big in a lot of the British comedies. She will watch Red Dwarf with me. I'm looking better nice. I'm looking dangerous. Ow! Yeah. Cat was great. I will admit the later seasons got a little off. But man, the first 4 or 5 series were just great. I liked the ones better where they were on Red Dwarf, not off on Starbug. Yes, we're wandering off a little. Just when I think I'm out, Rad pulls me back in. He's chatting with Jax all the time on the Truth Factory streams. Ace Rimmer. They did run out of ideas later. They did. Having Kachansky on board, I didn't care for. But yeah, it was a good show. It's still one of my faves. I have actual VHS tapes of Red Dwarf still. Yeah. Quick question. What do you guys think of this movie? Do you think this movie's going to be any good? I don't know. What do you think? I hope it is. Project Hail Mary. God, I hope it's going to be good. I don't know if I can open. I can't open that. I can't open now any of those while I'm on my mobile, but anybody else can. I hope Project Hail Mary's good. Backwards Planet was classic. Yeah, dude, the Backwards Earth was epic, especially when he went to take a poo. Ew, that would just be wrong. Oh, the movie is good. Yeah, me too. I hope it is. I really hope it is. I'm not looking forward to the remake of Highlander though, even though I like Superman. Good grief. Forgot his name. I like him, but leave Highlander alone. Do not remake it. You will never beat Clancy Brown as Kurgan. And I can't remember who it was. I saw they picked for it to be Kurgan, but it's not Kurgan. Not good. Not good. So hopefully they don't screw that up. You know, they're already talking about how they're going to change the story of the Highlander. Oh, F me. Remake of Highlander 2. Oh, Brad, there's no way to fit. The Renegade version of Highlander 2 that supposedly removed all the alien stuff still wasn't good. Highlander was good. After that, it just, nah. You know, I did not mind the one so much with Connor and Duncan MacLeod. And I do actually own the Highlander TV series. The Highlander TV series it was good. Christopher Lambert was perfect, yeah. And him and Clancy Brown, oh, perfect. And you can't beat a Queen soundtrack with how they made that kind of a dark feeling movie, how they faded to the time travel, the different times back to memory. Oh, it was great. I don't know if they can match it. Ooh, they'll have better graphics. Who cares? It's like Babylon 5. You watch Babylon 5, yeah, the graphics are dated, but the stories, you can't even get close to today on that stuff. TV series, okay, come up with ideas on how to make more Immortals, though. Well, they had to, but I thought the series was really good. In fact, boy, he sure ended his career by leaving Highlander. It kind of soured a lot of people on him because he'd signed a contract and decided he was just tired of it, wanted out, and it had to shorten that last season. It was doing really good in it. Adrian Paul had a thing going. Must be great to have enough money where you can just say, I'm going to leave the #1 syndicated series, show in the world because I'm tired of it. Tired of these great paychecks. Okay. Truth Factory's conspiracy type channel with Talking Cat. Actually really good. So like Burnt Peanut. I'm sure you guys know who Burnt Peanut is. Actually really good. I have to look it up. When running, he's getting threats. Really? Whoa. French actor saw his earlier movies called Metro. He did a couple good things. What was the vampire movie he was involved in? Where the vampires and humans lived together, kind of. And he was like the vampire detective or something on it. That was pretty good. There's another one, he was an alien that wasn't as good. Talking again, you get the actor from Red Dwarf who played the cat. Oh, Danny John Jules, wasn't it? Wasn't that his name? Played a Red Dwarf actor. Like Danny John Jules or something like that, or Danny Jules. Not sure if that's right, but I think so. All right, guys, you drew me back in, Rad, but I am going to get out of here. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys stopping in. It is 4:30 a.m. My wife's going to be like, what the hell? Sounds it? Okay. But yeah, Red Dwarf. I love Red Dwarf. Of course, I grew up on classic Doctor Who, Red Dwarf, all that. Love it. Then they had to kill Doctor Who. Ugh. What is that? Ah! There we go. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Have a good one. Red D stream one day. Oh. You know what? I do say my channel's not just politics. I need to sit down and we need to just pick a show and talk about it. Let's not talk about Starfleet Academy, though. Oh, my God. It is the acolyte of Star Trek. I got to leave because I'm going to get going on this. And I'm going to be like watching Friday Night Tights or something if I get going on this stuff. So I got to walk out. I got to run. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you to you guys moderating SOG and everybody else out there, Jay Watterson. And Jax is now eating dog food and stealing dog food. He stole dog food and is running and eating it. Yeah. Okay. So for me and Jax, I'm going to hop out, post a short 24 hours before announcing a stream. I will try to do that. I'm still trying to get back into this and catch up from being out for a month. All right. Talk to you guys later. I don't even know how to end this thing. Oh, there. Up there. Ha! Have a good one. Talk to you guys later. Stay safe. Be happy. And don't be like somebody asks you a simple question. Try to answer it honestly. See ya. Have a good one.